Welcome to Style with Trish. I'm your host, Trish Standley, and we are so excited that you guys came and hung out with us on today. As you know, we are new here on 108 Praise Radio, and we're so excited about being here in our new home. Listen, guys, our guest for today is magnificent. I've been chasing and running. Y'all know I don't chase and run after nobody, but I've been chasing and running after her. She is just amazing to me, and I'm so excited to have her join us on today's show. She is none other than Sherry Ginyard of Bridge Parker, and she's going to talk. She's a stylist, and she's also an accessory guru. That's what I've named you, okay?
We'll go with it.
I've named her that because y'all know, if you guys been following me, you know that is my area of weakness, is accessorizing. So we're going to have the expert on hanging out with us on today, and she's going to share with us who she is, what she's about, and give us some tips on how we can improve and build our accessories. We are going to take a really quick break. We're going to take a really quick break, and when we come back, we're going to holler at none other than Lady Sherry. We'll be right back, guys.
He's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my rock. Who woke you up this morning with a roof up over your head? That's my Roche. Who provides the source of your income, give you that bread? That's my Roche. Remember when you didn't have a thing, you was out there lost? That's my Roche. Then you received double, he increased you like a bounce. That's my Roche. Hey, that's my rock. My God's so good to me. Blessing after blessing, even ones that I can't see. I can't thank him enough, cause he done so much. He's my foundation, my God, he holds me up. He's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my rock.
He's my Roche, he's my rock. He's the reason I can't stop giving them praise until I drop. He took me from the bottom all the way to the top. That's why I tell the devil get back, strapped with the word, click clack. And you ain't never gotta wonder what my faith at. I can do all things through Christ, did you get that? Chase God, not money, that's true facts. I'm obese with belief, yeah, too fat. My foundation too strong so it can't crack. I'm cool when life is rocking, no ASAP. He laid down his life like a flow mat. That's why I go so hard and never grow back. I'm never searching for a blessing at all, cause he's my rock when my back against the wall.
He's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my weed, he's my Roche, he's my rock, he's my Roche, he's my rock.
The true rock, you should smell what it cooking. Baking up joy like peanut butter cookies. Get a taste of him and you might start juking. Get the shouting hallelujah, got everybody looking. That's okay though. Yes sir, he's solid. 10 toes down, he endows me with knowledge. Provide strength when I'm weak in my body. I bounce back with a fight like Ali. But Roche, gotta know he don't play. The big homie on the block with the most game. I just lean on him.
Style with Trish. I'm your host, Trish Standley. As I stated before the break, we have none other than stylist accessory guru Sherry Ginyard hanging out with us. How are you?
I'm gonna hang on to that title.
You should, as you
Accessory
should.
guru.
It's definitely earned. Share with our listeners and those who are watching who you are and where do you reign from?
So I am Sherry Ginyard, known to many as Bridge Parker on Instagram and my friends, just a little alias, a little fashion alias. The name actually comes from my hometown. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Oh,
and
okay.
so it's the Park City. It's a real cute little thing that I came up with just to keep
even-
home with me.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, where did is Parker part of?
Bridgeport is the Park City.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, people from Bridgeport are super proud, almost like people from New York are.
Okay,
In LA,
okay.
we're like, Bridgeport. So,
Okay.
so I just always wanted to keep it with me because I knew I would move to other places. I
Yeah.
just had that feeling like, I'm in Atlanta now. It could be LA in 2 years.
Wow.
I'm really, like, my laser focus on LA.
Cool. And
Yeah.
I know you are married to a musician, so y'all can
Yes.
have that type life.
Yes.
Must be nice. But no, so when you fell in love with fashion, do you remember how old you were? And was it a look? Was it a piece? What was it?
I would have to say I was a little girl, maybe 7. I'll give myself 7.
Okay.
My mom, just the way she dressed, I recall her and her best cousin dressing alike. So they had these dresses, and they were the exact same, but 2 different colors.
Okay.
One had the gray and white, and one had the purple and white, and they had the hats to match. And I just thought it was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And so that really sparked it in me, like, getting dressed is really playing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we were talking before we went on air about just the dynamic of mommy and,
Yes.
and how much of a huge influence that was. My mom was a huge influence in me loving fashion as well. So I totally, absolutely get that. So you said it wasn't anything in particular. It was just the art and the fun of playing
Yes.
dress up. Is that kind of sort of how you got into styling?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I started playing in her closet, in my auntie's closet, and they would come home from school and find things missing. Like, where is my sweater? Sherry has it. Stuff like that. So that's really what made me fall in love with fashion, watching the women in my life.
Yeah. Is there a particular area in fashion? Like for me, I love coats. I love boots. I love the whole look, but I've got to have a jacket. I've got to have boots, to make me feel
Put
like,
together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a particular area for you?
For me, I would have to say first is trench coats. Second is blazers.
Okay.
So
me
I
too.
guess you could really just say outerwear.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Why
I,
is that, do you think?
I have no idea, but it's the detail of it all.
Yeah.
Like, I could see a jacket in a cheap store or an expensive store. It's the detail, the way it's cut, the buttons. I actually would love to design them. That's like a secret.
Girl,
thing
look,
of mine.
me
Yeah,
too.
let's do
Me
it.
too. Absolutely.
I'll make you one.
Right. I love the structure. I think that's why I
Yes.
like coats and jackets because I like the lock and load, what I call look. You're not sloppy when you
Right.
have on a nice blazer or a jacket.
Right.
So speaking of looking for pieces, are you you're into styling on all different levels as far as thrifting,
Yes.
as far as going in, because we already know you got the high end on
Little
lock.
bit. Little something.
But the thrifting and all of your styling, does it cross the board in that particular area?
It really does. It honestly just depends on who I'm styling
Okay.
or what type of look I'm going for.
Okay.
But my number one question is, what is your budget?
Yes.
And then I start from there. And I try not to make anyone feel like their budget is too small.
Okay.
Because I'm a thrifter.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I
Yeah.
started. That's how my mom was able to feed my need for passion
Yeah.
and my passion for fashion is thrifting every weekend.
Okay.
And so I always came out with something, and I feel like you can find gem. I still have minks that I found
Really?
when I was like 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
And see, I couldn't get into thrifting. I think for me, I get overwhelmed when because I'm the type of shopper. I feel like I have to see everything in the store before I can make my final decision.
Oh, yeah.
And so when I go into those type situations, like that. I struggle shopping at Ross, truth be told, and TJ Maxx. I get overwhelmed because it's like I need to look. Okay, I love this. This is rocking, but I need to make sure it's not something out here or in here that I love even more. So that's an area where I struggle.
Oh, that's the fun part to me, because you walk in a store, right? The store is huge.
Yes,
it could be Target, it could be the Goodwill, it could be Forever 21. I hear a lot of people say, "I can't go in Forever 21. There's just too much stuff everywhere." Yeah. Well, just really, my point is, you grab a cart and you just fill it up. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Just put it in there. Don't think about it. Don't get all overwhelmed. Oh, I don't want to pick this up yet, because you might come back and your size is gone. But true. You have to have the time. You got to have the time. You got to go in there and say, I have an open mind.
Yeah.
I'm here for as long as I need to be. Go on a day when you don't have anything to do.
Okay.
Fill your cart up, and then you have that moment where you're standing in front of a mirror and you're like, this looks good on me, or this feels good, this doesn't. And that's how you get it done. And
let's talk about that. When you are shopping, and this is for really for all of us. You're in the store, you're shopping, and you get to a point where I know what I like and what I see on the mannequin. I know what I like and I've seen on other people, but how do I translate that to my body type?
Right.
I think a lot of the struggle comes in with us dressing ourselves is understanding our body types. What would you advise us on that?
I would say not to dig at anyone, but don't be lazy.
Yeah.
The fitting room is your friend, and be honest with yourself. If no one can be honest with you, you should be able to. So just because a skater skirt might look good on the mannequin or on somebody you saw that's a size 6,
right,
doesn't mean that that's for you. And if you are going to work that into your style, then do the things that are necessary to make sure it looks good on you. You're right, the right undergarments.
Yes.
Maybe you want to do a skater skirt, but you may want to do opaque tights and a long cardigan so that you have the look from the front, but you're protected in your weak areas.
Yes.
Stuff like that. Just people say singing is thinking, and you'll understand that.
Yeah.
Shopping and fashion is thinking as well. You don't just fall into an outfit. You have to consciously put something together.
And try different things, you know, especially while you're in the dressing room. Take in, like you said, a cardigan or a blazer and just kind of play around with what you like. Now, I am bottom heavy, and so I'm going to put myself out there. I'm bottom heavy, and so a lot of the A-line skirts do work better for me, but at the same time, depending on the cut of the skirt, I may suffer with what I call hydraulics. Cut high in the back and low in the front.
Yes, I love that.
So you're like, you're trying to figure out, okay, well, I was told that A-line skirts are supposed to be, and I do not buy it if it doesn't work. I don't care what anybody says. If it isn't working for me, then I don't buy it. So what I've learned is that I either have to get my A-line skirts made,
right,
or I have to go super long.
Yes.
And then if I want to take it to someone and have them cut it up a little bit,
exactly,
just so you it's no cookie cutter process.
Right. These things are made in a factory.
Yeah.
They're not made with you in mind, so you have to keep you in mind.
Right.
So don't worry about the size. Don't get caught up on what size it is. Go up a size or two, just so you can take it to a tailor and have it customized.
And I struggle with that. I decided in the end of 2017, going into 2018, that I'm not going to focus on any numbers.
Right.
So I'm not focused on the number that it has on the tag. I am focused on the number on the scale, but not totally, because even that will have you thrown off. So it doesn't mean not to work out and all of that, but if you're working out and you're eating right and you still don't like the number on the scale, it's like, how do you feel? How does that, that matters more. So we threw out numbers. So go up a dress size, like you said, go up 2 dress sizes and have someone come and tailor it,
and you'll feel like it was made just for you,
man.
Yep,
exactly. And so that's just what the 2 cents that we had just on shopping and just giving ideas. Let's talk just a little bit on the struggles of a stylist. Man. We talked about this off air, but to me, I think it's good to be honest. And I say all the time, I've been saying as long as I've been on radio, just as much as it is important for us to have good customer service
Yes.
and receive good customer service, it's just important as being a good client.
It's true.
So share with us some of the struggles that stylists go through. You don't have to go in deep,
If
but
I could give advice to stylists, not that I'm, I'm experienced, been doing it since 2007 professionally. But if I could give advice to stylists, I would say all money is not good money. So if a client stresses you out or makes you feel like they don't trust you, then it's better for your mental health that you back away from it. We try so hard to be the most popular or the most known, the most called upon. It's not worth it. God gave us creativity, so we're not just good at styling clothes. We're good at a number of things, and there's so many ways that we can help style people's lives. So, just do what's good for your mental health. Because I don't think people take that into consideration. It's a big ego. It's a hit to your ego when people don't like what you do or they question it consistently. You have to let that person go because clearly you're not the stylist for them.
Because you have to trust. You have to be able to trust your stylist. And a lot of times we will say as clients, well, this is what I want. I want a stylist, and I trust her, and she's gonna do, or he is gonna do this and bring this out in me. And then once they start doing their work, then we're like, oh, no, I don't know about that. And they're questioning everything. And that can be a little frustrating,
Trust me, I've walked away from styling more times than I can count. And then someone will call me with a project that I'm like, I have to do it. I can't say no. And, you just got to do what feels good.
So what are some of your most favored styling opportunities? What have they been?
Well, my big first one in any industry was getting chosen for a Jay Bolin partnership.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was, I can't remember what year, but I was able to go out to LA and do some styling for a BET gospel show.
Oh, good.
And so just getting to know or getting to work behind the scenes and seeing all the stuff that he had to do, it made me respect the job so much more. I mean, I have never walked so fast or driven so fast, in a place that I had never really been to. It was just amazing. So getting to know those artists was fun.
And that's the thing I like about Jay Bolin is that he shares the knowledge.
He does.
And it's almost like really everything is almost like a glamored front. But until you, like you said, go behind the scenes and you have to actually see the work being done and doing the work, do you really realize this is a lot?
And it also lets you know how you want to do it on your terms when it's your turn to have that opportunity. And so that experience, and then moving forward, working with like J.J. Harrison. He's my favorite. He's my favorite because I love menswear.
Okay, and that's what I was going to ask you about.
I love menswear. If I could just style men, back to what we said, structure.
Yes.
Right? So anytime guys call me.
I love your looks with that was actually one of my questions that I was going to ask you specifically was the looks that you have, Trent, you've styled Trent, which I love Trent. J.J. Harrison, several guys, and the looks are so clean, so classic. You could take their looks and repeat them 15, 20 years from now, and they are still relevant. And that's what I love about your styling.
Thank you. I'm completely in love with the era of the 50s. So I love that when men just wore suits to the grocery store, or, they picked you up on a date and they were fully dressed in a suit, and women always wore dresses. That's the era I love. So if it's clean and it's just pristine, that's what you're going to get.
And fresh. It's just so fresh. So in styling them, do you consider, or anyone for that matter, do you consider current trends, or do you just pretty much go by what Sherry is feeling and how you're being inspired?
I think I go with what makes me feel really good. So if I see I don't know, I think accessorizing men is fun. So like I love lapel pins, but I like different things.
Yeah.
Not your typical flower, silk flower. Like I'll take a pair of earrings and put it on their lapel.
Wow.
Like I'm giving away my tricks, y'all. Listen. When I see you do it, just tag Bridge Parker.
Right. Give credit where credit's due now, y'all.
I'm just kidding. Y'all probably thought of it already. But like stuff like that, I just get a kick out of trying different things and also putting men in stuff that they wouldn't normally wear.
Yeah. Do you find it more difficult to style men than women?
No.
So women
I have
are
to
more.
do a lot of convincing to the guys, but once they
really?
like, just like you look good, like,
Yeah.
bruh, I promise I would never do you wrong. Other than that, they're good. You know,
Okay.
usually if their wives are in the room and they're like, "Oh, babe,"
Yeah, that helps.
they're sold. But if it's a woman, I think women we have curves. We have different kinds of curves.
Yeah.
So we are like, listen, put my best foot forward now.
But you're going to do that as a professional.
I have to assure them.
Yeah, that's true.
That
That's
it's,
true.
you know, it's me. Like I'm curvy. I know what I want to
I
hide.
know that's
so
right.
I know what you want to hide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we all have our little things because I don't like wearing anything where my knees are exposed. That's just my own
Not
little
your
thing.
knees.
I don't like seeing my knees. I don't.
I love it.
But anything else, pretty much, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
And back to when we were talking earlier about making sure you're a good client. Now, if there's something that just totally goes against, your belief or, your morals, I totally get it. But some of this stuff, ladies, we're tripping. I just have to be honest and transparent. That's what we do here on Stone with Trish.
Stop tripping, y'all.
Exactly. Well, we're going to take a really quick break. Actually, it's not a full-fledged break. We're going to go and find out what's going on and what's happening with our correspondent, Cassandra Parks. She's hanging online. We're going to find out what's happening with her. We'll be right back.
He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. I wake up and count my blessings. The good Lord has shown up, kept me. Could have been gone a long time ago, but he spared me, there's no question. And he saved me from myself, even from the hands of death. When I felt that I had nothing left and it lost, he was right there, that's myself. Yeah, he ordered my steps and I bounce right back like a ball. Now I'm feeling like I'm 10 feet tall. Feel like I'm Daniel when the lines get with them chilling, cause God has control of it all. Even my flaws, he keep it from loving me, showing his favor and grace. I don't wanna be without him, never wanna doubt him, no, not ever let go of my faith. I owe him my heart and the praise. I can remember the day when I was caught up in my ways, feeling like everybody ever kissed me and nothing's gonna ever change, man. But once I accepted the presence, the Son of the Most High God, it's like I feel the burden lift, and the struggle gotta leave me less hard. He didn't have to do it, he didn't have to choose me, but he chose to use me, he made me a new me. He set me straight, he seen me on my stage. I glorify his name is so great. My Abba Yahweh, Jehovah Shaddai, you reign. My Father in heaven, your power and presence just touched me and now I'm saved. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He put it out for us, so in him I trust, glorify his name. Still it ain't enough, gotta give him all, cause he got my back. Ever since I met him, I don't see no lag. I learned how to fight the problem with a statement. All I gotta do is say his name, receive it in my heart, believe it, keep the faith, and everything is gonna start to change. That's the way to say it works. With the favor comes the perks. He can wipe away the dirt, but you gotta put him first. He's the reason I can make it through the day when the enemy is throwing rocks. I just open up the word and meditate and hit him back with multiple shots. It's all because of what he did. He atoned for all my sins. I'm so glad I let him in. All I ever do was win. I can't imagine my life without him. Where would I be if I hadn't found him? I'm glad that he was waiting on me, being patient for me, even when I was down here. He never gave up on my sins, his soul. He seen the best in me, that made me whole. Purify me, that can't be controlled. I'm here to spread the gospel all across the globe. He blessed me is 100-fold. He give me strength when I face my foes. What I
did to get up in this dress, man, I would never, ever, ever know.
He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did.
I wake up and count my blessings. The good Lord has shown up, kept me. Could have been gone a long time ago, but he spared me, there's no question. And he saved me from myself, even from the hands of death. When I felt that I had nothing left and it lost, he was right there, that's myself. Yeah, he ordered my steps and I bounce right back like a ball. Now I'm feeling like I'm 10 feet tall. Feel like I'm Daniel with the line. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I know you see me smiling, it's official now. And everybody wanna know what's going down. They see me praising and I'm laughing at my issues now. It's all because you say you free, you see I look down. You see me smiling, it's official now. And everybody wanna know what's going down.
Let us know what's happening with San.
Yes, hi.
Hey, San. What you got for us?
How are you?
Doing
Well,
good.
well, it is a family week, unfortunately, so I couldn't be in the studio, but I wanted to just call in and give you a couple of tips. You know, with everything going on with the holidays and, you know, I talk to other people about SAD, which is seasonal attitude disorder. And what that is it's about, you know, people sometimes get sad or depressed during the holidays, but I just wanted to give some tips on how to, you know, stay out of that and your self-esteem and stuff like that.
All right.
So, you know, the first thing I would always say is to make sure that you get out, you know, during the whole season. You know, sometimes it is hard to be in the house, you know, with nothing going on and everything just being very drab and not very loud. So, you know, I would say get out. Make sure, you know, it's a good time to come in and do, you know, find a gym, actually, you know, get moving and, you know, get out and meet other people. And that goes into my second thing. Make sure that you meet other people. You know, when your friends invite you out for those football parties and just, you know, gatherings outside the holidays, make sure that you do that as well. And, you know, just make sure that you stay in touch with people that you know love you and are there for you. Something else I would also say is surprisingly get a lamp that is, you know, LED that simulates sunlight. A lot of times you need that sunlight in your life. You need something that's going to be light and bright and just, you know, get you going. And, you know, sometimes it is cold, but try to get outside as well. You know, the fresh air, you know, it can be a little cold. Just bundle up and make sure that your air, you know, you get fresh air and go out and just, you know, just be amongst the outdoors. Look at the trees. Even though there's no leaves to it, you know, they have good definition. You know, just be out in nature too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a good walk is an answer to a lot of it has been of my mood change and swings and all that good stuff. Fresh air really is. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yes, fresh air is a must. So, you know, just some little things. And also, I would tell you this as well. make sure that you take time for yourself. You know, during the holidays, we're always buying for others and, you know, things like that. What I usually do, this is my little secret tip, and this is why I'm out today, is I save a little money for myself and I go and get the, you know, semi-annual sale.
Yeah.
You know, we just went and bought candles and, you know, just little stuff. It's a good time to rotate your clothes out. You know, find some deals on some clothes. The summer is about to come up. So a lot of stuff that is on sale for the winter that you can still wear is on sale. So, you know, just pick up a couple of things for yourself as well.
Yeah, that's a great point because I shop out of season. So when the stores are turning over, that's when I go hit the sales up and plan to wear those pieces next winter. Yeah, and
right.
Yeah, that's a good.
But it's also inspiring to, you know, pick up something that's a size smaller and try to work your way into it at a cheaper price.
That's true.
Prophesize yourself.
Right.
That gives you motivation.
It sure does.
Yes, but you know, like I said, this time of year, a lot of people do not know this about me. I had a real bad family tragedy that happened in January. So I have a tendency myself to get, you know, a little lackluster, a little depressed. So, you know, I saw it coming on and I wanted to get out the house today. Yeah. And, you know, I had my kids. So, you know, we just made a trip of it. We came up to Cumberland Mall in the Cobb area, if you're here in Atlanta, and just came out, walked around and did some sightseeing and, you know, just had lunch up here. And it was very necessary for me to do it.
Well, that's good. That's good. Get out of the house is the bottom line.
Yes, because I'm, you know, like I said, I'm human like everybody else, and I felt it coming on. So I'm lucky to have a partner that really understands me, and he thought it was important for me to get out the house.
Yeah. Well, thank you, San. Where can our listeners? San is she didn't say this about herself, but she is a coach. She's a licensed counselor. Where can our callers and listeners catch you at?
Yes. Well, you can follow me on my personal. I don't know why you would want to follow me on my personal one, but Cassandra M. Parks. That's on Instagram, Twitter, on Facebook. I'm Dr. Cassandra Parks. But also follow my company, Let's Learn Love. We're all over social media on that too, and I am starting to get questions about different relationship things, especially at the beginning of the year and things like that. So feel free to contact me, ask me any questions, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
All right, San. Well, thank you for coming and disrupting your day to hang out with your family to check in with us here at Style with Trish.
Oh, no, your family as well, so it's not an interruption.
That's true. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, San.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, that was our correspondent, Style with Trish correspondent, none other than Cassandra Parks. And she's been a mainstay here on the show, so we're thankful that she called in, even on an off day, to share a little bit of nuggets with us. Look, you know, we have our guest today, none other than Sherry Ginyard with us, a.k.a. Bridge Parker. And so if you have any questions for her, I have a lot of questions, but if you guys have any questions for her, please feel free to call in at area code 678-528-9482. You mentioned earlier, Sherry, that you were into blogging.
Yes.
Break that down for me, because that's an area that I think, you know, I kind of sort of tried to tap into, but I didn't know what in the world I was doing. I love to journal, and it's so different from journaling. So kind of break that down for me, if you will.
So there's so many types of blogging. I do fashion blogging, and some people are mommy bloggers, house bloggers, and depending on what sector you choose, there's a lot of writing that goes along with it. So for me, as a style blogger, we try to come up with, on the actual blog, we try to come up with a cute anecdote or something that just talks about our daily life. Okay. Because people really get connected to your blog by knowing personal things about you. And so for me, I felt like the writing aspect of it was a bit much. And I'm all about fashion. Listen, let me show you what I can put together. If you have questions, DM me. I usually tag what I'm wearing. I like to, let people know about good deals. So I'm more leaning towards Instagram blogging these days.
Which you guys have to follow her. She has some amazing looks and things and ideas that are just out of the box. But I will say this: you have to be adventurous. You have to be. Fashion is fun. It's supposed to be all these things, and then a lot of times we get locked into our way of doing things, but then you want to push the envelope, but then you don't want to push the envelope. She definitely pushes the envelope on her. You got to follow her on IG. It's amazing to me. As an entrepreneur, we got to talk about being an entrepreneur. Because that's something that is also, when you see the other side of it, it looks glamorous. It looks like it's all of that. But how has it been for you being an entrepreneur?
So what I try to do is, and it's hard, I try to seamlessly mix being an entrepreneur with fashion blogging. Okay. Because I make handbags, so I could easily hire models to wear my stuff and have my husband, the blog photographer, take the pictures and done. But anytime I have a model wear my stuff or carry a bag, it gets 30 likes. Like, nobody's interested. When I do it, people buy into it. I think it's because I've made a kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Rapport. There's a certain mood on my page, and it's like they feel it's personal, and it's like, how would she wear it? And that's how I want to wear it. When it's a model, people feel like you're selling them. Yeah. And you know that you're saying that, you see my mind, I don't know if you saw me ticking in my head, but I was thinking of a designer, Joni Ross, Joni, I want to say Moss, here in Atlanta. And I always wondered, why does she model all of her clothes? She doesn't have models doing it. She does it herself, and I'm thinking people feel you. Yeah, they're like, you know what? They get to know your personality, and they want to be a part of that. Yeah, it's a whole feeling that you're creating on your page, and sometimes they don't get the same vibe from a model. And I'm not a model size, but like, I'm a real woman. Yeah, and I think they pick up. And that's probably that. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, and speaking on that, we were talking earlier about undergarments and the importance of trying to use the proper term because I am on air, covering up the goodies. Yeah, smoothing things out. Right, okay. Look at you. How important? Now, I've said it plenty of times. I am not a fan of it. It's necessary, but me personally, I'm not a fan of it. So I would rather wear pieces where I don't have to do that. Yeah. Same. So, but have you noticed that it's almost an extreme? It just seems like it's so extreme. It's so extreme that I don't even get involved. I buy the clothes that fit me. Yeah. And if I'm seeing lumps and bumps, that means I need to go up a size. Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad that somebody signed off with that. But it trust me, ladies, we're not saying not to wear it. If it's needed, wear it. If you have a bodycon dress on, absolutely. And there's no hiding place. There's no peplum. There's no jacket. Nothing like that. By all means, get a girdle, get an undergarment, and take care of business. Yeah. But you don't have to. Why would you be uncomfortable? That's my thing. I enjoy my organs. Right. I need to breathe. You want to be able to laugh and smile and talk and be normal. This is why people are probably socially awkward. They're all tight and stuffed into their clothes, and they're like, "Hi, girl. All right, I gotta go." Or mad. Hey, calm down. So I absolutely love that we are, because there was a little period of time where we were not, smoothing things out. We were just coming out as is. And I was on that platform. I was like, ladies, I don't want to see the cottage cheese. Ladies, I don't want to see. And now we are doing a great job as far as smoothing things out. I just think, let's not overdo it. Let's not just wear and
things that flatter, because there are clothings and pieces out there that will, and looks that will flatter your body, your natural body type.
It's so funny because back to blogging, when I first started, I used to try to be so creative that I would put on things that I couldn't actually wear in real life. So I'd have on an outfit in a picture and the back is unzipped. Or
but you know, truth be told, a lot of they do
but
that.
It's so false. Like,
Yeah.
why are you going to sell a lie to the people? So in my bio line on my IG, it says endless outfit inspiration. And I vowed I will never blog anything that I can't actually be seen wearing again, because it's false. You're telling the people that, you know, this thing fits, or this is, you know, it works for me. It don't work for you. Stop lying.
Yeah. And that's probably the love that people get, the genuineness and the realness about you. I think that you've connected, you know, with your following and with your clients. So what can we expect from you next?
So now I'm actually something that is not fashion related, but I feel like it's God sent. I started a group on Facebook called #WifeSoHard.
Wow.
And so it's currently we have 307 members, and we just started it in December.
Wow.
December 18th, I opened the page.
Okay.
And women are wives are just talking about whatever they want to talk about. They're letting their hair down. They're actually using Facebook again for something that benefits their home, and just giving ideas about all different areas of marriage and how we can be covenant women together and building marriages and doing our thing.
And you know, it's so funny because I've always said, and I've gotten a lot of flack for saying this, but I'm gonna say it again. It's any woman who says that they don't do women, that's a personal thing. That's issues you got within yourself.
Yeah.
Because we are the only other beings that know and can relate to the mood swings, to the not feeling good about ourselves today. We're the only ones that are how to be a wife and all the extra stuff that comes along with that, and wanting to be successful, you know. And so if you say you don't do other women, or if other women are messy, what type of women are you attracting?
Right.
You know, and so
what you put out is what you get.
Come on now, come on. And so I think that is I'm joining. I think that is amazing. I love to see us as women come together and do what we're supposed to be doing, and that's uplifting and encouraging one another. So I am 100% a fan of that. I'm going to be pushing that page as well. And then it's difficult this year. This is 2019. July of this year will be 20 years since I've been married.
Wow.
And I still need advice. I still need, you know, some ideas and things that the
just
support.
to encourage yourself, to know that you're not the only one who is annoyed by this little thing that my husband does. Or I really push for the women. I said encouragement 80% of the time. 15% of the time we'll gripe, and that extra 5 is that freedom space to like, you know, I trust you to do whatever you feel is necessary. But the wives are loving it, and I'm getting so many comments just saying, I'm only on Facebook to check this group. I want to see what my sisters are saying. I need a meal idea for dinner. You know, I want to talk intimacy. I'm struggling in this area. And so this is a ministry that I feel like it's God sent. Oh,
I love it. I absolutely love it, and I see it going really far. Do you? And I know you do blogging. Have you ever considered writing a book?
I haven't thought about it. When I think about the future of Wife So Hard, I think about conferences.
Yes. Yeah.
I think about like meetups, you know, in different areas of the country, and then a general conference.
I think that's great. However, I can support. I'm already going to be a member. But however else we can get the word out. I mean, even if it's sharing it every week on the show, I think that is such a necessity, because men are different, and each man is different. They have different, you know, wants, desires, or whatnot. But men leaving their shoes in the kitchen floor causing for divorce. It don't matter who you marry, they're gonna do that. Right. You know what I mean? So, but you need to have conversation and dialogue with other women and other wives to really say, okay, it's not just mine.
It's not just mine. And how do I handle my finances in the marriage? Like, what should I do as a wife to help us succeed or to pay our bills down? Right. We talk about blended families, children.
Oh, that's needed.
Literally everything you can think of. Yeah. We're trying to create little groups within that of people who will contribute to that every week. Yeah. So nothing goes uncovered.
Because blended family is a new family structure. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It's a new, and so, which is my case. And I would have loved, you know, the advice, you know, to have, because people in my world at that time were either not married yet or they didn't have that experience. So I have a lot to share on that one, y'all. On that topic.
Oh, come on over.
And they love me. My boos love me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so we have that are when we follow you on Instagram, are we going to see new looks? What are you feeling for the remainder of this winter season?
So I mentioned earlier that I'm really into trench coats. So I have my creative juices are like bubbling right now. I've been ordering like different appliques and different things to kind of customize my jackets. So, I mean, I'm probably putting it out there too soon, but you may see some customized jackets. But, I don't know. I'm just going to keep the outfit inspiration coming.
Yeah. And let it flow as it go. Yeah, well, cool. So before we let you go on today, thank you so much, first of all, for coming and hanging out with me. I just truly believe this is the first step in whatever we're intended to do together, supporting each other. But just if you could, and it could be on any level, it could be speaking to the wives, it could be speaking to just women generally, just leave us with some very encouraging words.
So I would just say, whatever it is, whatever passion that you have, follow it. Pray about it, seek God about it, and follow it, because there's something in you that the world needs. And you got to go for it. If it's hidden in you, somebody's going to be lacking somewhere because they're waiting for you to obey.
And we don't know who we're shorthanding. I always say that you know, this is a saying on social media now, you can't worry about whatever particular market you're in if it's oversaturated or not.
No, don't even let that thought cross your mind.
You really can't, because God has already assigned a remnant to you. And, of course, there's always going to be a ram in the bush. If you don't get yourself together, trust me, he'll put somebody else in place to minister to that remnant. But why not you?
Right.
We only have one life. I say it all the time. We only have one life. Why not live it to its fullest? And so I love how you are doing that. Your life is an example of that, guys. You know, we always talk about affirmations and having the reoccurring, encouraging words and people in our lives. She is one to follow. Where can we connect with you and follow you on social media, or however you want those to contact you?
So on social media, my most active platform is Instagram. That is for outfit inspiration. My email is attached to that page. That's at Bridge Parker. And if you're a wife who's interested in joining the Wife So Hard page, it is #Wife So Hard on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, I have to, as soon as I get off of this stream, I'm going to definitely go and join it, because I think that is an awesome thing. As we get ready to close the show out, we always end the show with our Know Your Worth segment. And I really don't have a lot for us today, with it being the first or second show, I should say, here on Praise 108. But I really want to inspire us ladies to really start journaling. And it doesn't have to be anything specific. You can just sort of write down, if you're having I'm not feeling it today, write that down. And begin to journal. I have I actually created my own personal journals, but it doesn't have to be this journal. It could be a notebook. It could be any type of journal. specifically like cute little journals and books. But I keep one beside my bed for several reasons. One, I keep it beside my bed because I like to write down my first thought in the morning and my last thought at night. I'm also a songwriter, so sometimes God will wake me up in the middle of the night and just give me a hook on a song. So I'll write that down. Okay, I got it, Lord, and go back to sleep. But it's really good to really catalog your feelings and your thoughts. And sometimes you can pick up on a pattern of thinking. You know, it might be that time of the month, you know, and you may be feeling down, but you're telling other people, I don't know why I'm so depressed. I don't know what's going on with me. And it could be solely hormonal.
Right.
Once you sit down and look at it. But that is what journaling is to me. It's about getting to know who I am so that I can make me a better person. We already know that Know Your Worth is all about building self-esteem and self-worth within ourselves so that we can go out and be better persons to the world. This world would be, when we as women get on one accord, this world is not going to be anything. Ready. Oh my! And we headed that way. Yeah, you know we headed that way, right? Okay, so y'all watch out.
It's a movement.
Yes, it is. But guys, we thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Didn't you guys enjoy our guest today? None other than Shari Ginyard. She will definitely be back. You'll see her on Style with Trish in the near future. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. 108 Praise is an awesome station, so make sure you connect with 108 Praise. We love that you listen to Style with Trish every Saturday from 3 to 4, but there are also other broadcasts that are amazing here on 108 Praise Radio, so make sure you get the app and tune in. All right, guys, I love you, I love you, I love you, and as I always say, the end of my show, love isn't love unless you give it away. Give some love away today, guys. Be good. Peace.